pain. So the last video I did was how can you relieve your neck pain. So this is like a two-part series that I'm doing. So a back pain, back pain is something that most of us have experienced at some or the other point in life, maybe severe, maybe not so severe. And if you haven't, you're really lucky. But this video is also applicable to you if you haven't had back pain in your life, because this is something you can follow in order to prevent having back pains in the future. If you already have a back pain, an existing one, or something that gets flared up with little activities, so try and follow the tips that I give you in this video. And these are simple tips that you can implement starting today. All right, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. So basically, I help moms of young kids who work as executives manage the physical pains and challenges that come from being a mom or being a working mom with young kids, and that too a highly stressful job at an executive level where you have long work meetings, extensive travels, and obviously as a mom you have so much going on at home. So these this group of people that I'm talking about, these young moms, they can have issues like back pain, neck pain, heel pain, or maybe just a poor posture, or when they're pregnant or thereafter, they might have issues of incontinence due to weak pelvic floor. So I address all these, and that is how I help these moms. So today I'm going to talk about back pain. Now, if you have a job where you're sitting for long hours, or if you are a mom of younger kids and you're running around after the kids, you might have experienced back pain at some or the other time. So there was an interesting thing that I was reading the other day, and it says sitting is the new smoking. So if you sit for very long hours, it is not very good for your back, especially if you don't take breaks in between, or if you don't move around and you're sitting in a static posture. It is not a very good idea. So, if you've heard me talking before, you might have heard me say this: try and move every 15 to 20 minutes. What happens is when you sit for more than 20 minutes in a static posture, that means static means you're not moving at all. So, suppose I'm sitting like this for 20 minutes, what happens, and especially if I'm sitting in a poor posture, say I'm slouched over or I'm slumping at my back, the discs that are present between the vertebrae in your spine tend to start feeling the stress from this bad or poor posture. So if you move every 15 to 20 minutes, you don't have to go, take a walk around your office. If you can, hey, that's good. However, what you can do is uncross your legs. You can just shuffle your weight around. Say you're in a meeting, you can't get up, or if say you've gone to the movies with your kids and you can't get up, just shuffle your weight, shift it from one side of your bottom to the other, shuffle around your legs a little bit, cross, uncross, as I said. So even this sort of a movement is good enough. So try and move every 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. And if you can, go get a glass of water, get to your printer, take your printouts if you're at work, just try and get up. And what this does is it helps to de-stress your spine, your discs, the joints, ligaments, etc. in that area. And this, if these stresses if these stresses are able to build up, what happens at the end of the day, or probably even to the middle of the day, you will start to feel that back pain coming in, right? So it is a good idea to move. All right. So the second tip that I was going to talk to you about is not something that everybody thinks about. Now, if you've ever gone on a flight and you have put your bags in the overhead locker, how many times has it happened that you felt the strain on your back? It's happened to me, because what happens is when you are standing there putting your luggage into the overhead locker, it doesn't matter. Obviously, the heavier the luggage, the more the strain is, but it doesn't matter. Even if it's a small bag that you're putting up there, if you are one of those who arches backwards, so basically instead of just standing straight and putting the bag in the overhead locker, you arch your back towards the back. If you arch your lumbar spine, that is your lower back, towards the back, you will immediately feel that strain or the stress on your back. So a very simple solution for this is Firstly, try not to arch the back. But how do you do that? What you do is, if you're standing in one spot and you start to put the luggage up there in the overhead locker, or say you are in your kitchen, you're taking something out of the shelves or something, and you start to feel the strain, immediately stop, take one or two steps backwards, and then do the overhead activity that you're doing. So, what this does is it helps your back to come out of that arched position into a more neutral position. And obviously, the stresses don't build up on your back, and you're able to do your activity without actually inducing back pain or starting back pain or aggravating your existing back pain. Now, these are the two simple tips that I wanted to give you today. Of course, there are like lots and lots of scenarios that I can come up with, and there are lots and lots of tips that you can get on these. However, going back to the first one that I was talking about movement, I have a couple of desk based exercises. So, obviously, if you're sitting in your house on your couch, you can do this as well. You just need to sit up straight and start with these exercises. These exercises can be done under 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how many repetitions you're doing. So these are very simple exercises. If you want, I have actually put it into a video form and I can send it to you. I will leave a link in the description below. And for those of you watching me on Instagram, if you click on my bio, it'll take you to another page and it takes you to free resources. So you can click there. It's called desk based exercises. So what you can do is, if you click on the link in the description or in the bio for Instagram users, it'll take you to a page that asks you for your email, and I can send this video to you over email. Try this out. It's simple exercises, but hey, simple stuff also works, right? It doesn't always have to be complicated. It doesn't always have to cost you money, right? So it's a free video that I can send to you. If you would like a copy, just comment, sorry, pick it up from the comments on Facebook or LinkedIn or in my bio. Alrighty, guys, I hope that was useful for you, and I'll see you next time.